Hi everyone, welcome to UTV Gooner and our show with shooting Lone Star with Ram from the Austin Gooners. Yes, bro. How are you?
Hey man, it's a great way to start Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday, Monday, or Super Bowl Sunday, with a big win. Had a celebratory beer at the final whistle, and actually the whole bar, there was about 50 of us, but uh, somebody or a few people pitched in and got everybody like a celebratory shot. So it was a good time. We had a great day, and the Arsenal looked good, man. Everybody was flying, man. What a win.
Oh yeah, bro. It was such a spectacular win. Like we've needed that. We've been playing well many games this season and not getting that many goals as we've deserved. People have been talking about we needed to get a striker in. And we know many examples. West Ham at home was an example of a game where we completely dominated. We just couldn't put the ball in the net. But this time, it was a bit frustrating that first 30 minutes. So we're creating a lot, we just couldn't put in. But then once we got that opening goal from a really well worked corner from Saliba's header, put us 1-0 ahead. And then we just went on and absolutely about 10, 15 minutes before the end of the first half, getting 4 goals there in that short space of time. And then second half, comfortable, couple more goals. A nice thrashing. Got our revenge on West Ham after they beat us twice this season in the Carabao Cup and in the Premier League. Really great win.
Yeah, man. I mean, I was a little worried. I'm not gonna lie. Like, you never know, man. And nobody even would have even expected this type of result, man. I thought we played really well, but we have been struggling getting goals. And then I'm always worried about, when you have a big win like last week against Liverpool, can you respond and can you build on top of that and not let this be like a letdown game? And we answered the call, man. I mean, from the beginning, I don't even think, I mean, I think David Raya had one save to make and it was easy, Bowen had a 40-yard shot. But everybody looked good, man, and and not just, I mean, we look good, but we had a lot of people out, and I was really worried about the bench, but I was just like, you know what? If we can score three on them, like we don't have to worry about the bench being thin. We scored six, and we looked good, and everybody contributed, and um, just makes me feel good about when we do get, because we're probably going to get a good chunk of those players that are out. Like we're going to get them back in the next couple of weeks or so. So, we're doing well. We're in the title race, in the thick of it. And today was kind of our stamp and just announcing that, we're also here as well, because I've been hearing a lot of Liverpool and City and them too, rightfully so, but they're kind of leaving out Arsenal. And I think, especially with, or even with last week's win, so it was a little annoying. And I really wanted us to come out and make a statement, and we did. And yeah, man, title race on. Like we'll see what happens. Obviously, it's so tight that any kind of mistake by anybody is gonna hurt. So we got to keep on and keep building. And us and Man City so far right now, as of today, are the only two teams that haven't lost in 2024. So week by week, we could just continue building, man, and we look good.
Yeah, for sure, bro. And today, a lot of credit again has to go to our coaching staff and Mikel Arteta. So with the tactics, we saw Trossard starting, and him and Havertz were like we're playing like a lot of rotation up there, but between him and Havertz, we're playing striker, dropping into midfield. Both had really good games. Saka, Martinelli, and Fight Odegaard, and also the set piece coach again. Like we saw the set pieces. I was watching it and like we were going really deep.
Mm.
Everyone was like lining up really deep on the back post and then making them runs forward. And saw that for a couple of corners, and then the one we scored from worked out perfectly for us. And then we got the other goal as well from the set piece for Gabriel. Again, really well worked. And again, it's just showing there's great work going on in the training ground.
Yeah, man, and some people will point out how many goals we score from set pieces and say, like, why can't we do this in open play? And like, goals are goals. And, it doesn't matter as long as we're getting the goals, as long as we're getting the 3 points. But it was good that we scored from all phases of the game. I'm really happy that we got, um, obviously the two set piece goals, but then three from open play. one penalty. But then penalties are also very good too, because that means you're in the opponent's boxes. You are the more physical team, and you're forcing them to make errors that lead directly to goals. So like it was just good work by everybody, man. Everybody, I kind of felt bad for Martinelli, man. Like, I mean, if you look at Trossard got the goal, Saka got two, Odegaard got two assists, Declan Rice two assists and a goal, and then Gabriel and Saliba with the goals. Ben White had an assist, and it feels like Martinelli and Havertz, they just couldn't. They just didn't get lucky enough to either. I know Martinelli had a couple good passes that could have set up Saka. Same with Havertz. I mean, Havertz was just kind of everywhere, man, doing all the little things. And I know we signed him to be a goal scorer and an assist maker, but he's still putting in the work, man, and he looks comfortable. The goals will come, but you know what? What's more important right now is that we look cohesive as a team, and the goals came from somewhere else. So, um, yeah, just a great performance, and it was good. I really wanted to see Declan Rice ball out. Struggled the first couple times against West Ham. I don't know if it was related to, obviously he's got deep roots with them, but he showed up and balled out and didn't celebrate. Classy guy. Big reason why I was so happy we got him. He's such a class act, and a leader for the team. But uh, yeah, man, it's just I don't know what else to say. It was just an emphatic win that we needed, and it was a perfect follow up for that Liverpool match, man. And we're looks like maybe this time around, we'll see. We're going to continue to see. And I don't want to jump ahead too far, but I feel like a lot of Arteta's approach has been, you know, getting ready for this part of the season, the business end, getting hot at the same time that City always gets hot. And he's been part of that experience of getting of late runs and ending up winning titles. And you have to be good for the whole season. And so, it's crazy that we've struggled, like not saying we struggle, but we haven't had the hottest of seasons, the hottest of starts, but we're still in the thick of it. We're just probably, I mean, we're stamping ourselves in part of the title race. And I feel like we still haven't even. I mean, 6-0 was great. We announced ourselves as some goal scorers, but I still feel like we can keep getting better. And if I feel that way, I like saying this a lot, but if I feel that way, I know the coaches and the players feel that way. So, I mean, even Bukayo Saka said in his interview, they asked him because he hit 100 goals and assists in his career, and they said, "Hey, man, big milestone." He's like, "Yeah, I'm happy, but I also can't be too happy because I missed a couple chances." So it's just that mentality that we continue to want to get better. We're not there yet, man. And, we go again next week, Saturday.
Yeah, for sure, bro. It's still so long to go. Just got to take it game by game. We know how good Man City are and how consistent they are at this point of the season. As you're saying, we saw it last season. So we just got to focus on ourselves, make sure we keep winning, and we stay in that title race. Hopefully, we can go one better this season and go on and win it. Wanted to ask you your thoughts on that Liverpool game, and so it's because I didn't see you. Our last show was before that Liverpool game. We going
Mhm.
into it, we were nervous. We saw Liverpool played so well, and we've had a struggle with them in the FA Cup not long ago, losing that one 2-0. But we played so well in that game. Just again, we're talking about not putting the ball in the net. But this time, what a performance! We put the ball in the net. But also defensively, great credit to our team for we kept Liverpool to only one shot on target. That's not a stat you see often associated with a team like Liverpool. For us to do that to them, completely dominated them, shut them out, got 3 goals. One of them they helped us out with Van Dijk and their goalkeeper's mistake, but it's all good. We deserve a win fully. And it was really vital, as we know, going into that game, we're 5 points behind them. We cannot afford to lose under any circumstances. We had to get the win, ideally, to really put us in a good position in the title race again, and we done it. Brilliant performance that was.
Yeah, man. And actually, before I even start on that, Aston Villa just scored to equalize 1-1. So it's a pretty solid goal. I'll take a United loss, but yeah, on to Liverpool. I actually last night I was hanging out having a couple beers, and I decided to watch some All or Nothing from from a couple years past, and the episode I ended up watching was the one where we played away at Liverpool. And he tried that tactic of playing "You'll Never Walk Alone," and um, we know the result. It was a big loss. But we played well for like 45, 55 minutes, and then we just kind of like crashed. And he spoke about that before the game, not wanting us to crash, and then we crashed. And then afterwards, he says, "Look, they're better than us. I have to say that and be honest. But then we pack it up and we go again." And it's crazy because you see that he saw the vision, and the vision that he wanted for this team is like, and then you fast forward, and then as soon as I watched that episode, I got on my laptop and I have the game saved. So I was like, I'm gonna watch some of this game, and like, we dominated them, man. Like, and obviously, things change. Like our players have gotten older, so of their players, and they don't have the best, they don't have the same kind of quality that they had a couple years ago. But they're still good players. It's not like people wanted to bring up like all Arsenal weren't at their best. Um, I mean, or not Arsenal, Liverpool weren't at their best, but they weren't at their best because we made it hard for them, man, and we dominated the game. We were the stronger team, and arguably you can say that across our three competitions against them. Like, the draw away at Anfield, we played really really well. Um, and then the FA Cup, unfortunate that we lost, but I thought we played really good for a long time, and just unfortunately got unlucky. And then we finally put it together this past week. Um, and we did make that dumb error, but we got it back with their own dumb error, which give credit to Martinelli. Like they don't make that error if Martinelli's not pressing Van Dijk like he was. You know what I mean? And then that evens out a little bit, and we score the goals and we win, and individual brilliance with Trossard scoring that goal to kind of exclamation point. But yeah, man, like it's just I love this team so much, man, and we're answering the calls, especially in 2024. Like we seem like we've turned a corner in figuring out ways to score goals and dominate in all phases of the game. Just that's what Arteta wants, and we're starting to get that. And hopefully, you just want to go week by week and take it game by game. But hopefully we can continue to build, man. But it was a big, statement win, and that's why they were celebrating so hard, because they were just, there's so much pressure that these guys are under, the players, the coaches, that it's a release for them when they get to go out and play. And then when you win like that against the team that's top of the league, and as you said, we lost that game, we were pretty much out of it, right? Like, I mean, anything could happen, but we would have been 8 points back. That's really difficult, right? And so the win brought us to within 2 points, which we're still there. And of course we're gonna celebrate, man. Like it was crazy, the reaction that a big game like that, and you're gonna, instead of talking about like the tactics and how we dominated them, like it was all about how we celebrated. But even then, like, of course you're gonna celebrate, man, and it's just great. It's been a good month so far, man, and I hope we just kind of continue the good vibes.
Yeah, for sure. It's crazy how they're saying about over celebrating. You see the way Klopp celebrates and Liverpool celebrate, and they get big wins. That was a massive win. What do they expect us to do? Just like clap quietly, like, oh, well done. Of
Yeah,
course,
exactly.
gonna have that passion, that feeling of such joy at that time. I don't know. Like I say, this, I don't know. We've heard it so much with us with this through last season and even before that. I remember when we were playing Aston Villa and we beat them away and we were celebrating. It was a really important win at that point. We were battling for top four. And again, people were saying, why are we over celebrating? Like, I don't know what's up with them. It's it's sports. It's about enjoying and celebrating when you win. So it's just crazy to even talk like that. But yeah, bro, so we're right in the title race. We saw this weekend as well. Like going into today's game, we saw that Man City had won yesterday 2-0. That was looking a bit dicey for them. Going 70 minutes in, it was still 0-0, but then Haaland come up. We know what a great player he is. They got him back now with De Bruyne. They're going to be lethal. So they got a 2-0 win, but they left it late, and Liverpool won their game 3-1. So, at the top, it's tight. It's going to be like every weekend, a lot of pressure, and looking forward to a really exciting title race. It's rare you get to see a three-horse title race, three-way battle like this. Normally it is only two teams, but it's looking like this season we could have a three-way battle that goes right to the end of the season.
Yeah, man. And, any kind of slip up, anytime somebody blinks, it's going to be a massive, you know, it could be the end, right? So it's crazy. It's going to be a week to week thing, man. And we just got to continue to build on the victories, man, and find good things to work to continue to do, and then work on the things that we still need to work on. As Bukayo Saka said, like, he's got to be more clinical at times, and I agree. Yeah, there was a couple of shots where he's got to just be a little bit better at the end, but when you take that many risks and you do that a lot, you're gonna get that. And he just kept playing, and he rewarded himself. But yeah, man, it's been a different type of season. Last season was this kind of dream run, and we were leading the whole way. And this one, it almost felt like yeah, we've always been good, and we've been there, but we haven't really announced ourselves as like title contenders. And I think this 7 days, what we've done to teams like Liverpool and then West Ham, a team that plays difficult at home. And we just, I mean, their fans were leaving at the 45th minute during extra time in the first half. And so, that's what we need to be. That's how we need to go and treat teams that we're better than and we should be beating. Like, we gotta take it to them. And then when the big six teams come, we have to be ready for a dogfight and take the fight to them. And that's what I feel like we did that with Liverpool. Like, we took the fight to them, and they were the ones trying to scramble, trying to keep up, and we dominated, man. And we've been dominating for a while, and we just got to continue. I'm so excited to like see what up, and the next game against Burnley away, another tough place to play, but as we've seen, Burnley can't keep up with Premier League teams, so I would love to see us aim to try and get another 5 or 6 goals, man, because it's so tight. That goal differential is going to come, and we're tied. I was really rooting hard for a seventh, man, because now that 6 goals got us even with City. Um, Now they beat us with goals scored, and they still have a game in hand. So we gotta start. I mean, hopefully, we're starting to see a trend of us scoring a lot of goals and really putting pressure on the other two teams in the title race.
Yeah, bro. Exciting times, but also coming back into the Champions League now. It starts next week. We're not playing in this round of fixtures. We're the week after, but that's exciting as well. The business end of the season. Before we do our end of show preview of the game coming up and some of other fixtures in the Premier League, wanted to ask you thoughts on the Champions League ends. We've seen the draw. Obviously, we want us to go on and win it, but just wanted to ask you is from what you've seen so far, looking at the teams around Europe, who do you think the four semi-finalists will be?
Um, I think City will be there. Like, it's hard to kind of see, them not going far. I think Madrid's just like a staple in Champions League. And I guess it all has to depend on the draw too, right? But I guess we'll see. Bayern Munich would be my third team. And then I'm picking us, or actually, let me see. Because I'm looking right now at this. Yeah, City. You're asking me for the final four?
Yeah,
Okay. So then I'm gonna pick us. I think we're that strong, and we're kind of built for these kinds of games. Uh, and then I'm gonna say us. I'm gonna say City. I'm gonna say Madrid, And then the one final one, I don't think Barcelona's going to do it. Although they could. I mean, we'll see. They might be like a team that surprises people. I think you know what? I think Dortmund is gonna be the fourth. So we'll go with that. We'll see how correct I am.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. For us, over two legs, very confident we can beat anyone. We know how good City are. They're definitely the favourites, but you look at some of the other teams in Europe, Real Madrid, yeah, again, real dangerous team, got some great individual players. Bayern Munich, I just saw them lose 3-0 yesterday to
Yeah,
Leverkusen and Granit Xhaka's team. Well done there, guys. But hopefully Harry Kane doesn't get to win the league title again.
yeah,
He's gone there to win trophies, and so far nothing for them. If we
yeah.
the
I
league,
watched that game too, man, and that was an emphatic win for Leverkusen, man. Like that was fun to watch. It was great.
they're doing really well. 5 points clear now, so
Mhm.
great chance they can stop Bayern from winning. I think it'll be 13 in a row or something like that for Bayern if they win it again. So that'd be
Yeah,
kind of bad luck to go there expecting that it's a done deal. You be getting at least getting the league title. That might not happen for them this season, but yeah, let's see.
yep.
But yeah, so yeah, they obviously they got some dangerous players. We know. You look at some of others like PSG, Barcelona. I think going into any of them games, we're very confident of winning. Like I say, the biggest dangers for me would be Madrid and Man City. So for me, final four will be us, Madrid, Man City, and the fourth maybe mm, might be someone we're not expecting. Maybe an Inter Milan.
Yeah, they're top of the league in Serie A, so like yeah, they're a good team, man.
They got to the final
So
last year. They got to the final, so they're a good team as well. So yeah, someone maybe like that maybe will take the full spot. But hopefully we can get to that semi final. But anything can happen, Can get through that, get to the final at Wembley. That would be amazing if we can do that. Let's hope. Let's hope. Come on, boys. So much to look
yes,
forward to, bro. So let's talk about our next game in the Premier League then. So Burnley away. Just saw them lose against Liverpool. We've seen they've been struggling a lot this season. They are conceding a lot of goals. Vincent Company's style is it doesn't look to like sit back and hit teams on a break too much. It is more that keeping the ball trying to pass. So hopefully they play that sort of game against us, and that'll play right into our hands. We hopefully be able to go there and get another comfortable win like we did today against West Ham.
yeah. As you said, yeah, they love playing a little bit of more of an open style, and so kind of hoping that we could use that to our advantage when teams play us. Bad things happen, and we shown today that you can't just park the bus on us because we're gonna figure it out. You know. So yeah, I think hopefully Burnley comes at us, and that's gonna play right into our hands. And um, yeah, we're gonna need to score a lot of goals, I think, because as I said earlier, the goal differential, because we're so tight and it's a three-horse race, that goal differential is gonna come into play. I have a feeling we're gonna be staring at that as the season goes along. So I think we have to win emphatically again, right? Another 3-4-0 win. And I think we can do it. Like I said, yeah, as you mentioned, Burnley does give up a lot of goals. They're struggling this year. They're bottom of the table, I believe. Oh no, the Sheffield United is right below them. Well, they're even they're even on points. Sheffield's given up more goals at 38, or they're negative. No, they've given up 60. Excuse me, and Burnley have given up 50. So pretty poor. Um, but we just need to avoid the trap. Again, my biggest worry will be if we think that taking it easy is going to be good enough to win, and I hope Arteta sends a message and puts out the strongest lineup possible, and we really take it to them, right? We're trying to win, but I have full confidence in them. I mean, ever since preseason, we're putting out strong lineups and trying to win, and it doesn't matter if the stakes are high or not. We want to win, and so I think we'll go in there and dominate them in pretty comfortable fashion. But you gotta, we'll just wait and see. I don't, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, bro. Our confidence will be really high now. Since we've come back from that winter break we've had, we have been playing really well, getting the goals as well now. So, I see us going there. I'm getting comfortable again. I think 4-0. I'm gonna go for
I think
yourself.
so. Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah, 4-0 too. Cool. All right. So to finish with, as we usually do, let's look through some of the key fixtures and get your predictions on them. So before we play, the early kickoff next week is Brentford versus Liverpool.
Oh boy, that's at Brentford?
Yeah.
Oh, please, want the bees to do it. They play tough at home, man, and they're not an easy out as we've experienced and a couple times going over there and ending up winning. But I don't know. I don't see Brentford doing that to them. So, or not, yeah, Brentford ending up winning, but I think they play hard. So I'll say 2-1 Liverpool.
Okay, yeah, I think it'll be a tight game. We saw Man City went 1-0 down there. They did come back in the second half and win quite comfortably in the end, but it's not an easy place to go. We've seen Brentford are a good team, hoping that they'd really turn up, but I think yeah, Liverpool just get the win there. I'm gonna go 2-1 to Liverpool there. Next one, Tottenham against Wolves.
Ooh, Tottenham is another team, man, that I watched the Brighton game yesterday, and Brighton blew it, man, more so than like Tottenham. But I mean, yeah, at the same time, Tottenham does play a threatening style of football, and you have to put them away, and you can't let up because they are capable of scoring very late goals. Um, at home, you know what? I'm going to pick Wolves to upset them. They beat them last time with two late goals. I say it's a little bit more emphatic, and I'm gonna say 3-1. No, 3-2 Wolves. Because yeah, it's just they're playing a lot better overall, I think. And Tottenham's defending is just not great. So I think we see a score fest.
Okay, yeah, that'd be great to see. Hopefully that does happen. I'm gonna go draw. Go
Okay.
for 2-2 draw on that one. Okay, then next, Man City have got Chelsea.
Uh, yeah, I caught myself. I was just like, I remember, yeah, earlier today, I was just like, oh, that's gonna be a good fixture. And team name only. But yeah, I don't think Chelsea. I mean, if they do it, it's going to be a complete surprise because they just do not look good in the league. Seems like they're maybe gearing up to make a couple of runs in a couple of cups. Um, but like in the league, yeah, I thought they were gonna. I was hoping that they were gonna turn up against Liverpool. They did for maybe about 20, 25 minutes, and then it just kind of got away from them. Not a confident bunch right now. Um, Pochettino he's on the thin line, man. So yeah, I don't think it's going to be particularly close. I'm going to say 3-0, 3-0 City, which I don't want to happen, but I think that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, I think what you're saying about Chelsea in the league, they know they ain't got any chance of getting top four or like qualifying for Europa League. Like their best bets are to concentrate on the cup competitions. You can see that they're not really going to be putting in that effort. And if you go to Etihad and you're not putting in your full effort, even if you're putting in your full effort, you're going to have a hard game. But if you're not putting in your full effort and you're going there, you're likely to get turned over quite badly. I'm going to go, I think, yeah, I'll go with what you're saying 3-0 City. Easy win for them. So, one other game I wanted to ask you about as well doesn't involve us in like the top four situation. The team that are playing right now, you're saying it's 1-1. I think there's only a few minutes left now, isn't it, against Villa? So, Man United, they really need to win today to try and close that gap. But it's looking like the top five places might get you a Champions League spot next season as well. So, that really important. If Villa don't lose today, they'll keep that big lead over Man United and have a great chance of staying ahead of them. But the next game Man United have is Luton Town away. And we've seen Luton at home be so good. They gave us such a tough game there. They've given Man City a tough game there. Tottenham had a really tough game there. So many teams that have gone there really strong. We saw them as well away to Newcastle last weekend, getting a 4-4 draw. So they've surprised a lot of teams. And now they're playing Man United on Sunday. So the last game I'll ask you for a prediction on is that one.
Yeah, and then how appropriate. They just scored a goal to go ahead, 2-1, 86th minute. I think it was Hoyland who scored. Um, so you know what? Because if they end up pulling this win out, I'm gonna pick them to lose at Luton Town because I don't think we're really ever getting consistent Man United. I mean, although I think overall they're starting to look a little bit better. And oh no, that was McTominay that scored. What a dork. uh, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna pick Luton Town to win, 2-1, because I just don't see United putting together consistent performances ever so far. So this season, so yeah, I think, and Luton is a difficult place to play. Um, as you mentioned, all the examples, like anybody who goes in there, they're a tough team. And you know what? They're starting to play a lot better. They're looking good, and they're getting a couple of good results. So I think they're going to get up for this one. This would have been, and this will be one of those historic wins for them. So I'm going to pick them to win.
Okay. Yeah, I think they could be a win for Luton there. You know, they've been so close to beating some of the bigger teams at home and they've not quite done it. So we're gonna go for a Luton win as well. I'll go 4-3. 4-3
Hmm.
to Luton, that word. Cool, bro. So that's everything for now. Looking forward to next week. Hopefully, another big weekend coming up. Hopefully, you know, we're saying that we're expecting Liverpool and Man City to win, but you know, if they can drop points and we win, every weekend's vital now. You know, like we saw this weekend, they both won, so we have to make sure we win. And yeah, the countdown's on. You know, we're not far. Business end of the season is on. We're running. You know, we experienced it last season. Well, let's hope you know we can handle it better this season, and let's see where it takes us.
Let's see where it takes us, man. We're getting close. This season has gone by really, really fast for some reason, even though we've taken a ton of breaks and we went an entire month of January and only played like two or games or whatever. But yeah, I'm kind of like freaking out that we're gonna be in match day 25 next week. So yeah, it's coming along, man. And business end, right when you get to what 10 games left in the season is where it's like, all right, here goes nothing. So come on, Arsenal. I have full faith in I love this team, man. I love the boys. And I just want to see them. It's starting to be more like, man, I want them to win because I want like this is a good group of guys, man, and they deserve it. They're looking good and they're answering the call and they're bouncing back and you know we deserve it. So hopefully we can put it together, man. But it's gonna be an exciting run in for sure.
Yeah, for sure, bro. Come on, boys. Let's do this week by week. Keep getting them wins, and as I say, let's see where it takes us at the end of the season. So, thanks, bro. That's all from us this week. Thanks for your time.
My pleasure, bro.
Thanks everyone for watching. Please remember to subscribe, like, and share.
Come on, boys.